Hello?
Yes.
Hey, this is Ashley.
Oh, hi there. I forgot I was going to talk to you tonight.
Oh, is this not a good time?
No, you're good. I'm at the pool. I'll just walk out where it's quiet.
Okay, sweet. I just have a few quick questions for you, and then I'll let you go.
Sure.
Do you mind if I record this?
Mind what?
Do you mind if I record this conversation?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Can you state your name and your job title?
I'm a lieutenant with the Denver Fire Department.
Okay, sweet. What's your work schedule like? Did I lose you? Hello?
Yeah, I think you're good.
Do you mind explaining, like, kind of what your work schedule is like?
So I work 24 hours, and then I'm off for 48 hours.
Okay.
And so I work every 3 days for
Okay.
24 hours.
Sweet. What do you think is the best thing about being a firefighter?
The best thing is being able to help people in the worst time of their life, being able to solve their problems with everyday things that we do.
Okay. That's awesome. Now what's your least favorite thing about firefighting?
The least favorite thing is seeing people die,
Okay.
especially kids and babies.
Yeah, that's understandable. When you see these kind of things, how do you kind of go home and not let those things affect you?
Your phone's cutting out.
Oh, I am? I'm sorry.
There you go. What was the question again?
How, you say you see these horrendous things, how do you go home and not let that affect you?
We deal with it at the fire station, so we talk about it with each other. We also have different coping mechanisms. We have a lot of joking around about things to kind of relieve the stress. We also have peer support groups where we talk to people that do the same job. We talk to them about problems if we have things that linger.
Okay. So it's all about a good support system then?
Yes, definitely. We have a very strong support system.
Okay. Now what kind of training did you go through to become a firefighter?
So where I work now, we go through I don't remember how long it is. I think it's 9 months. We go through a 9-month training academy.
Okay.
Where we're there every day from 5 to 5, pretty much, Monday through Friday. And so we start out not really knowing anything, and at the end, you're ready to hit the streets and do the job.
Okay, sweet. And it's just, you guys learn everything there? Just how to fight fires and all of that?
Yeah, so we learn how to fight fires, how to search for people in burning buildings, how to cut up cars. We go through EMT programs, so we learn how to help people in medical emergencies. We learn hang rescue, so we do like rappelling, trench rescue, a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay. So how many years have you been a firefighter?
I've been 15 years.
Okay, and what was it like going on your first emergency call?
My first real emergency, well, you're kind of nervous because you're trying to prove yourself. So we have a probationary year where you're called a probationary, and everything you do proves who you are and that you belong there. So every call is pretty stressful. The first call that I really remembered was a guy had killed himself in a park. He used a shotgun and blew his head off. And so I just remember having to wash down the blood and all the beads that were all over the brains.
Mm-hmm. Man, that is crazy. Wow. Okay, what do you do when you're not on a call? So when you're at the fire station, what do you...
So we're there for 24 hours, so it's a third of our life. So we pretty much treat the firehouse like it's our second home. So in the morning we get there, we have chores that we do in the morning. So we do our morning chores, and then we'll go out and we'll do some training in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll go to the grocery store and buy our food for our lunch and we come back and then we start dinner. Then throughout the day, as we get calls, they just fit in between all that and we just keep going.
Okay. Let me see. So I for my research paper, I had to write a research paper, and it was about how the stresses that firefighters experience affect their ability to perform on calls. Do you experience any lack of sleep?
Yeah, definitely. So we're on for 24 hours and we're expected to respond the same at 2 in the morning as we do at 2 in the afternoon. So depending on how the emergencies fall throughout the night, we may not really sleep much at all. Certain nights we're up pretty much all night, and then other nights, depending on how dramatic the call is. I mean, if we go on a call where the baby dies or something, you can't just come back and relax and go back to sleep. So you might be up the whole night just thinking about something like that. So lack of sleep is definitely a big problem. They say you can't catch up on sleep, but that's why we have 2 days off after our 1 day. So we have those 2 days to recuperate and get ready for the next one.
Okay. So have you ever felt that the lack of sleep that you've experienced has affected you on certain calls?
I don't know really about the lack of sleep. The fact that we have to wake up from a dead sleep and be out the door in 1 minute, kind of, you kind of go to 0 to 100 in 60 seconds. Really.
Yeah, for sure.
And so having to completely wake up in that amount of time and be coherent and be able to solve problems, that is more of a problem, I think, than the lack of sleep. Is just the fact that our sleep gets interrupted and we have to respond so quickly. I mean, every day you come home, you're tired, and that's why we have those 2 days. So I'll come home and I'll take a nap until like 11 o'clock when I get home.
Okay, do you feel that your work schedule is better than the normal, 5 days a week?
Yeah, no, my work schedule is amazing. I mean, I work 9 days out of the month, so it's great. It enables me to have a lot more family time and I think a better quality of life. I average a 48-hour work week by only working every 3 days.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I basically have one more question for you, and then we're done here.
Sure.
What would you say to someone that is interested in becoming a firefighter? What's your advice to them?
I really think anybody that wants to do it should probably visit with firefighters, and when they're old enough, they should go on. You can go ride with the fire department when you're 18 or older. And I think you should go spend some time in the firehouse and see if that's going to be a good fit for you.
Okay.
Talk to the people there and let them know. And usually we're a pretty good judge. If somebody comes in and they're squeamish, we'll let them know that this isn't the right thing for you. Or if they come in and they're hard working, then we'll try to motivate them and find ways to help get on the fire department.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that's all the questions I have for you then.
Okay.
Thank you so much for taking your time to do this.
Sure, no problem. Good luck with your paper.
Thank you.